What is going down, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Scrim School, Episode 2, with our special guests, KingAllan and Halozenic, or Halozenic for better. We're going to open it up by watching Alan's clip first, and then we will introduce him in. The whole thing of this is to discuss who is where, what's what, ask questions, anything we want to learn about these PvP players, absolutely crack players. So let's fire up this clip real quick. So this was Alan's sweet little move that he kind of coined. We're going to check this out together. Let's go. Huge plays. All right, let's bring Alan in, and we can start discussing. Mr. KingAllan, welcome in.
Hey, brother, what's up? How's
Oh,
everything going?
Stellar, my dude.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, let's close this out. Let's get the Halozenic up on full screen. Let's go. Let's bring Halo in as well. First off, though, Alan, talk about yourself while I'm bringing Halo in. Who are you? What do you do?
All right. My name is Alan, and I'm from India. I'm 29 years old, and I'm a full-time content creator. And I do both PvE and PvP. I love PvP a little extra. I stream every day. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Twitch, KingAllan. I don't know if many of you are familiar. I was on the Bungie Community Focus, if that even matters to you. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, Mr. KingAllan himself was featured the first Indian on the Community Focus ever, correct?
Yep.
Let's go, dude. All right, and then let's bring in the Halozenic himself, who I have in the cord just muted. Mr.
You have me muted in
Halozenic.
Discord?
I did.
Man,
Had to.
man, imagine
Had
joining
to.
joining the
go.
podcast, getting muted right away.
We have to get the introductions in on point. All right,
Yeah.
Halozenic, tell about yourself. What do you do?
Yeah,
Who are you?
yes. So I am Halozenic or David or Davey. I go in a lot of aliases. I am 21, streaming for the past, I would say, almost a year now, consistently. Started on YouTube recently, made the switch to Twitch thanks to some talks from Mr. Bobby Socks himself, and also do editing for G1, Mr. Hush, Travel Danielle, and I think that about covers all the important stuff.
Did you or did you not do the edits for Makowski and Panda's King of the Hills?
Okay, yeah. So I've edited in the past. I've edited for Makowski, Geekermon, Jez, all them.
So let's start with you. Do you feel that your editing has made you a better player by watching some of those top tier players?
Oh yeah, so
Repeatedly?
if anyone in chat follows the G1 channel, we posted Professor Potato a couple, I would say a week ago. It's crazy learning like the glitch spots on dead cliff, or not glitch spots, but just like off spots that you can get in dead cliffs to get like a leg up on people, and it's definitely like watching people back as I edit has I would say like not helped my game, because my aim can still be pretty potato at some points, but like my game sense, like, you know, just overall game knowledge.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. I mean, you're watching these guys day in, day out, and how can you not pick up pointers like where are the reticle points for snipers and things like that?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I'm sorry that I pulled the clip of you and Zero going at it, but
I as soon as I pulled up your stream, it was me getting headshot by Zero. I was like, oh god, oh no.
Don't worry, it gets better. We run some scrims together. Let's switch over to Alan.
Okay.
Mr. KingAllan himself. These ones right here were you and Queen Stace and Activision running some comp, if I remember right. This was a poppin' stream for you. It was yesterday's, day before's?
Day before's.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Man, yesterday for me, day before for you, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, what made you want to run double specials? Because if you're noticing, Alan's go-to is double specials, whether it's Shaft Loved or right now he's using Mindbender's Revoker. He does well with it. Does really well. Whoa, why am I getting echoes?
Echoes, do I need to mute?
No. I was getting echoes from my OBS.
Oh,
Weird. I don't know how to mute that. It should be muted already. You've been running double shotguns too? Hell yeah. So what made you want to run that? What made you want to run double shotguns, Alan? Or double special?
The primaries are boring, bro.
Straight up, they're boring.
Primaries are... No, listen. We need to get this concept out of here, right? I love my Scrim community. I love all my people there. People in the Scrim community can vouch for that. I love the moments that they're doing. But every game I go into is literally hand cannons and auto rifles, and it's boring. Like it's really boring.
I mean, autos for sure.
Yeah, like hand cannons are fun to use, but then I have 6,000 hours in Destiny, D2 alone. Like like I play this game a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in love with this game. And there'll be naysayers out there saying sniping doesn't take skill, shotgun doesn't take skill. Well, and I'm not the best player in the world, but the people who say all this stuff, they're not either.
Right, absolutely.
So like let people play, and also this whole fucking MNK and fucking controller bullshit, get it out of here. If you're bad, you're bad.
We're gonna address that a little bit later too. I mean, that'd be a good tangent to jump into right now.
Yeah.
I love bringing this up every time because as of right now we have both in here, which is kind of cool.
Oh
Makes
yeah.
it a little bit more fun.
Yep.
Not gonna say you're outnumbered, Alan, but me and MK don't mix.
I mean, I have valid points to say though. Like I'm not gonna say something that's gonna corner somebody. I'm an advocate for people enjoying the game, whether it's competitive or not competitive.
Yep. That's
It
kind
doesn't-
of
it
it's just
doesn't
like
matter.
who cares how you play?
Who
if you can-
cares? Absolutely, yeah.
It's
Like,
such a petty argument to be like.
Yeah,
"You
all these
mouse
ego
forward."
lords, bro. All these ego lords who think you're the best, and controller players are inferior. Mouse and keyboard players are superior. Fuck.
Got to go.
It's an input source, and I mean the way I see it too is if we eliminate one source, we're effectively cutting out half or more of our ecosystem.
Yeah.
And we don't want that in this game. We want everyone to come and play. Like, yes, controllers are a little broken with their aim assist. Yes, movement is way worse on M&K. Let's be real. Like, if you're, there's a few outliers, but for the most part, if you're on an M&K playing with a shotgun, your chances are going to beat a controller player using a shotgun. Same perks, same.
Yeah, I
rules,
came
everything
from
else.
console. Yeah.
I found that coming over because I recently moved over to PC from Xbox like about a week or two ago, and I was like, oh my god, I like try and challenge people with my chaperone, and it's just like they're spinning all over the place with their 10,000 DPI and just like blasting my head off.
Exactly. Ooh, nice flick on Raven. I had to pause for that one.
Thank you. Oh,
Nice
very
little
nice.
flickage.
Yeah, I just
Well
caught up
done,
to the stream.
well done. That was good. That was good. I'm excited about this. So we're gonna chat for a good 40 more minutes or so, and then I was thinking we'll do some scrims, but we're gonna make it fun. Double special only.
Double special only. All
Just
I'm
right.
about to
Just
dope
for
on
Alan.
you boys.
Alrighty.
We're gonna run a double special, just to mix it up a little bit, and that's kind of that means you get to bust out that Shappy.
Oh yeah, Shappy beloved baby.
Yep, we're gonna rock that Shappy Loved loadouts. It'll
Oh
be a good
yeah.
time. All right, Halo first.
Yes.
If you could bring back any weapon from D1, pre-nerf,
Pre-nerf.
that means you could bring back pre-nerf Mythoclast. You could bring back pre-nerf
So for
Plan
fun,
C.
for something that like I would be like, oh my god, it'd be OP, and I would love to use it again. Thorn, because pre-nerf Thorn was just like free. It's on D1. It was so free, but yeah, exactly. It's just like boom, boom, they're dead, and you got that big burn, and you were good to go. For fun, just like a gun that I loved to use back in D1 was Boolean Gemini, and it was a scout rifle, but it was so fun to use for me. Pair that with like a shotgun and like Matador or something. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the Matador.
Loved to use Boolean.
Alan, same question for you.
I'm weird. No Land Beyond.
Oh,
Oh,
No Land was amazing. I
dude.
completely skipped past that. I don't know why I didn't say that.
I had a conversation with Drewski and Noise Tank, and they both do not want No Land to come back.
I can
They
see
said
that now.
they can't stand. They think that it would just absolutely break the entire ecosystem.
Probably, since it's a primary sniper.
I mean,
I mean-
bro, we have Yotun and fucking Moan top. I think
Right. Yeah, exactly. The Boolean Gemini is awesome for sure. Yeah, No Land Beyond was my jam. If you had to pick a legendary, I know No Time to Explain's coming back as an exotic, which is stellar. What would you pick as a legendary weapon?
Oh god, I have to jog my memory.
Oh, there's so many.
Oh, I know flat out which one I'm gonna run for, but
Probably Fatebringer, dude.
okay.
Fatebringer was pretty fun. I like running that.
I'm asking the hard questions out gate.
Yeah. I also liked
Blind Perdition.
Yasmin. Or I can't remember what it is.
Which one?
Yasmin?
Blind Perdition.
Blind Perdition. Okay.
That one was good.
I'm definitely going for Defiance of Yasmin. The horror
Yeah,
Defiance of Yasmin.
Defiance of Yasmin.
That's
Definitely.
Sniper?
Yep, especially the horror one.
Hold it.
I'm surprised neither of y'all said the 100-yard stare or the 1,000-yard stare.
We have too many of those.
Yeah.
That was a
That's just
crispy
beloved.
sniper as well. That is
It's literally beloved, but with
beloved's getting
lower
sunset.
zoom. Yeah,
Well,
and
but
a
did you see
farther
the new
range.
sniper in the trailer? It literally looks like
Yes.
beloved with a different skin.
Yep.
Probably gonna have the same properties, to be honest.
Yeah.
Ooh, chat saying
Looks like
Still Purser, Hunger of Rhoda. Yes.
Still
Crota.
Piercer. Yeah, I can see Still Piercer, bro.
Still Piercer would be a cool one too. What was that? There's a sidearm though that I really
Wormwood.
wanted.
Wormwood, baby.
Yes, Wormwood would be a fun one in the way this metas are set up. And call me crazy, I think Dreg's Promise as an exotic would be a lot of fun to have back too.
I never had that in D1. I'm very sad about it.
It was a blast.
Yeah.
It shredded. Like Trespasser was the other one. Yeah. Trespasser
Wasn't that when
another
it was
two.
in a special slot too?
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
man.
Yeah, it ate your special slot, but it was if you
Yeah.
could play well with it, it was worth going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were awesome. All right, let's talk the content vault. If you all could pick anything, we'll start with Halo. If you could pick
Mhm.
anything to come back from the content vault, what would you pick?
What do you mean content vault? Like stuff from D1, like
Stuff from
activities or something?
D1, yeah. So
Oh,
things
definitely King's Fall raid, dude. That was like my favorite raid.
like love it.
Pretty sure
That-
that's a common theme in the D2 community. I know a lot of people love King's Fall. That was
Yep.
one of my favorite activities. I also liked Prison of Elders. I was a big fan of Prison of Elders.
I thought it was fun. Prison of Elders was definitely one of my favorites as well.
Mhm.
I think with mine, I'm gonna have to say the Darkblade Strike. If I had to pick one thing that could come back, that it has the repeat playability that was so much fun.
Was that the one that it dropped you in the pit with the guy
Yep.
with the mask or
With
whatever on?
Alakul, and he
Yeah.
disappears,
That was
comes
a
in
great
at you and
strike.
stuff. That strike on hard mode was so good. So
Terrifying.
good. It was terrifying. But it was so much fun, just like the storyline behind it, going through there
Oh,
with
yeah.
Zala's supercell on the way down. Like, I could have probably played that strike 1,000 times and still
yeah.
been excited to see it.
Yeah, that was a good strike.
Alan, same question for you.
It's Wrath of the Machine. It's the better raid.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll tell you. Wait.
Hot take.
'cause,
Hot take. Explain.
Never
King-
beat that raid. Got to the final boss. Always got wiped.
Another reason why it's the better raid. King's Fall, lore-wise, it's the better raid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But mechanics-wise, I think the perfect raid was Wrath of the Machine. It had everything. It literally had everything.
I could see that.
Oh, most definitely.
I-
I did
enjoyed
like
Wrath.
the firewall, like the little. I don't really remember what it was, but it was like that robotic wall that moved. That mechanic was pretty
Mhm.
fun.
Yep. That was actually a super fun raid too. But if it wasn't raid, what else would you bring back? Strikes, Prison of Elders type, storyline missions if you want to see more addressed.
I
I
mean,
know
I
Raids
want,
are the go-to, but
I want like, you know, the Brothers Strike, whatever the fuck that was,
Oh
and then
yeah, yeah.
Omnigul,
the Talus brothers, or
yeah, Talos
yeah,
Brothers and Omnigul, like they were special for a reason. You know,
Yep.
you could go back and do it again, and they wouldn't feel boring.
Yep.
Don't
Yep.
get me
D2
wrong,
raids don't hold a.
D2 strikes and raids don't hold a fucking candle to D1
No,
raids and
they
strikes.
don't.
that I
Not at all.
100% agree. I feel like a lot of how D2 has played out was um, more just loot and shooter grind, not near as engaging.
Hmm.
In
Yeah,
strikes, like the strikes don't feel like they should have. They don't feel like they have the playability that D1 had.
yeah,
Yeah.
You feel like
Definitely.
you get it done for your weekly, and you're like, all right, well, we're in this one again. Whereas like in D1, you're
yeah.
like,
It's
oh
so
snap, I can
annoying.
get this special weapon from here. Like I can do the special grind. Like,
Yeah, and most of the disconnect, it comes from the lore being bad.
absolutely.
I'm a nerd. Like I'm a big nerd. Like I've read every single grimoire from D1, and out of the anthologies, I have two of the lore books already. I'm waiting for the third to release. I've read it all. Like I'm a nerd.
That's awesome.
Uh, and the disconnect, the non-interest, even for non-lore readers, comes from the fact that the stories are not good enough and it was not portrayed properly, so everybody feels so disconnected. Nobody, I guarantee you, nobody knows the fucking extension of the stories. Nobody
No, I
knows
mean the
what's going
most
on
I've
where.
learned about the lore is from watching like Bife videos.
Yeah, see,
Exactly.
back in D1, you didn't have to watch a Bife video.
No, yeah, exactly. I mean they did such a good job of like, you know, making sure when you were playing you kind of knew what was going on and just kind of
Yeah,
like the.
I'll give you an example. The difference, like, if you wanted to know about Oryx, you have to play the game D1 to understand about Oryx, right?
Yep.
Yep.
If you wanted to know about Oryx's sisters, that's when you go to the Grimoire cards. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But the issue is nobody fucking knows anything about the raid bosses from just playing the game anymore because the stories are really boring.
Yep. So, what would you say is your favorite piece of lore? If you had to
Uh,
pick.
for me, my all right,
That's a hard one, right?
yeah, like everything is so good, bro. Anybody heard? Shin Malfour is literally one of the best written characters in the lore book. I would have initially went with Osiris, but then in the lore, Osiris is this fucking badass of all badasses, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, Mercury dropped, and it's literally they just like made it bad.
Yeah,
And that's what
I
I'm saying. Like
100% agree.
they just made it really bad.
Kind of the way they portrayed him and
Yeah,
made
they
him
made it
almost
really
like
bad.
whiny.
Yep.
Halo, same question.
About
If
lore?
about lore, what
Man,
lore
I
stands out the
jump into
most to you?
PvP and I just shoot things. I think I've read one lore book in the entirety of D1 and D2, and I can't even remember what it was. But yeah, it's a shame that I don't really know the lore behind D2. I liked the one piece of lore that I liked that I read was, I think it was like, honestly, I think it was the beginning of Forsaken when they did the Cade mission, and I read through the lore books because I was in my feels about losing Cade, and I
Mhm.
read through the lore books and I actually really enjoyed it.
Oh,
But I
Kate's
mean,
story of how he became Kate Six
yeah,
and
like how he I guess I don't really know. It's
had a
been a while since I
son
read that
and
lore book. Yeah, and
yep.
like he was like a person and his he got like uploaded into an exo as like a test or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
it was really good. I liked it a lot. It got me in my feels.
Yeah, that's that Cade feels, man.
Mm-hmm.
I 100% get it. Do you guys think that Cade's gonna come back at some point as a Cade 7?
I feel like it'd be a stretch.
Do you?
Uh, th-
You think so?
I mean, he did say, Kate did say if there was a chance Kate Seven was coming back, it's not me. So
Gotcha.
there's no point.
That's true. That's true. That's very true.
Plus, it seems like we're getting older and as a hunter vendor next season.
Mm-hmm. which is interesting. How do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about Aldrin potentially being our vendor for Europa?
Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. Anna Bray was the reason Kid did.
Even now, the guy, it seems like memory was wiped, so it doesn't really. I don't know.
I'm telling you, Anna Bray is the reason Kid did.
Yep.
Anna Bray?
You're gonna put it on Anna over Petra then?
Yeah, Anna Bray.
Why Anna?
Interesting.
You'll see.
You'll see.
The lore nerd's like, you'll find this out.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
You think he's gonna be the Cosmodrome vendor? That'd be cool. I'd love to see that back. Yeah, what's got you most excited about Beyond Light? What are you looking forward to?
Stasis. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, you can say stasis. That's a fine answer.
Not in PvP. I'm scared for stasis in PvP.
I don't know, bro.
Potentially like a vendor reset, to be honest.
Right, vendor reset.
I'm very excited for like just new things to use. And
yeah.
I'm actually one of the few. Like I think a lot of people are excited about like sunsetting weapons, but I'm even like excited about the armor sunsetting, like getting to like get new stuff and just, like get out of the funk of what I guess not the funk, but just kind of like switch it up. It's been 3 years of the same thing. I don't think that it's reasonable to get mad that the game's changing after 3 years when it's like they're not one from like a provider standpoint of Bungie. No one's gonna want to keep playing the same thing. So switching it up and sunsetting stuff is really good.
I mean, that's kind of what we had in D1 though, and that's what I find surprising.
It was amazing.
People get so mad that we're sunsetting, that they ground for these perfect weapons, perfect loadouts, perfect stat rolls.
Yeah.
But most of the people that are complaining didn't play D1, where every time a new expansion came out, you're like, I have the perfect loadout, perfect weapon, and all of a sudden it's like, you can't masterwork this, or you can't infuse this. It's too low level. And you're like, what?
Bro, people are not complaining because of the grind. They're complaining because the grind is boring.
That's true.
Agreed.
Like, it's not because the grind, they don't want to grind. Everybody who any fucking Destiny Guardian who's worth their salt, they play this game purely for the grind, whether it's PvP grind or PvE grind, right? Because it's a grindy game. They're not complaining because the grind is it's too grindy. They're not complaining it's too grindy. They're complaining because it's not worth the grind. The things are bad. Like, the content is not replayable, and that is the biggest issue. There's so much disconnect, and I think, and this is me putting my faith in Bungie, and I think since they got their independence, their freedom, I think this is their first piece of content where they're fully free to make everything come together like they want it to come together.
Yeah, no, I feel it. My concern though is they don't have
enough content,
enough resources. Yeah, enough manpower to be able to do it.
Huge.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was massive.
like
they had a team of
size.
46 running it, and I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful that that they figured this one out, man. I'm the way that this is portraying so far, in my eyes anyway, is this is going to be the equivalency of like a Taken King or even a Rise of Iron size expansion.
So.
It'll be bigger than that, but I'll give you another perspective to think about, right? You're saying they don't have enough resources, which I agree, yeah?
Yep.
They had ideas of doing Destiny 3, yeah?
Yep.
And then recently they've been very vocal about saying Destiny 3 is not happening anytime soon. What does that tell you?
That everything they were going to put into Destiny 3 is now being rolled in, which could be
awesome.
Good or could be bad, because it could have been it's already been created.
That's a good thing. If it's already created, it's even better.
That's true. That is a lot of content that they had the support on back in that.
The one thing that kind of sucks with me, and I hate that I have this standpoint, but every season Taken initially dropped, which was by far my favorite release that they put out for Destiny 2, has been almost. It's been kind of disappointing. It's been just like not. I haven't like hated it. Like, I still play the game. I love it. It's a game, but it's been like I feel like you could have done more. Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah, the season pass model is bad. It's really bad. It makes people forget everything immediately.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
But it also gives you that FOMO effect too, which is almost worse, you know. If you're not playing every day, doing the grind every day, there's a chance that you could end up missing out on something and not getting it. And I think it's a bad model to have. I do, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I really do. I definitely feel like it could be a more suited for the way this game should be set up is more suited for like a not the seasonal but the actual expansion model DLCs. Give us more time to play the content, but build more content in the time.
Definitely.
Or give us reasons to rerun strikes over and over. Give us reasons to rerun PvP over and over again.
Just like a handful of like strike exclusive weapons or armor that were like amazing would change that. Like I mean, you got like mind benders and stuff like that, but there's not as many weapons. To take out
Yep.
strikes you want.
I'll give you. I said I have like 6,000 hours in the game. Yeah. I'll
Yep.
give you an example of how boring this game's gotten. The fact that they released the third exotic, this new exotic that they dropped, whatever it's called, Trespasser, whatever. I don't know what it's called.
The Traveler's Chosen.
Traveler's Chosen, yeah, whatever. I didn't even want to do it. I didn't do it yet.
Yep, I'm right there with you.
So, but what's the point of splitting it so much and giving it to us while all the time you're making us do the same thing throughout the entire season anyway?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Everybody that I've seen run in, the Traveler's Chosen right now is having a ball with it. The way that its perks are set up are what an exotic sidearm should be. Much love, dude. Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm excited to see where this goes. I really am. I am hopefully, what's the word I'm looking for? I am pessimistically optimistic. Only because I've been here forever. I've been playing since the D1's first look alpha.
Oh yeah.
So every single time there's a low time, I'm like, God, they're gonna pick it up this season. They're gonna pick it up this season. I hope so much that they do. I do.
This is their business model too. Like literally, this is their business model. This is what they do.
Yeah.
Think
100%.
about Destiny 1 too. First year was meh. Second year was okay. Third year was phenomenal.
We don't need to talk about the House of Wolves time.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The same thing.
That was the dark
it
times.
just repeats itself because they need to end it with a
That
bang.
That was the dark times for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Yeah, that was a rough one for sure. God, I still going through all of that, man.
I actually really liked year one of Destiny 1, and I think it was because I don't know, I didn't have a lot of experience with shooters outside of that. I played like very little. I got into like gaming pretty, like on Xbox at least, and FPS is pretty late. Like I would say probably not until like 9th or 10th grade of high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, let's take all the negatives of the game, right? Literally, let's take all the negatives of the game. No matter how many negatives you put out, Destiny is literally the best game in this genre, period.
Mm-hmm.
Untouchable.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no game like it.
Yeah, they've set the standard so high that they're trying to beat themselves every time, so it's hard.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree. I think I played quite a few of them, and that'll be a good tangent to jump into the next question, but I actually was a pro Halo 3 player back in the day. And coming from, well, first thinking about it, which is kind of cool, and this is a little tangent that I realized today. Bungie has been involved with 2 out of 3 Xbox's generational launches for day one, which is so cool to see. Initially with the Halo in the original Xbox, and then we have, I believe we also had one in the Xbox One. Destiny came out on the Xbox One as a day one release, and then now with the Series X and S, it's shaping up to be Destiny again as the third launch. So Bungie has figured out well these launches, which is so awesome to see.
Oh yeah.
It is.
They
But
know what's going on. They're strategic with that.
oh, absolutely. And I think the cards just kind of fell into place this round because Halo wasn't ready. So I think Halo wasn't ready, and Microsoft knows how good Bungie does things, and Microsoft was like, let's jump on this. All right, we still have some negatives. What's one of your favorite things about this game? It could be something as simple as aiming. It could be something as complex as the way the recoil hits with a certain weapon. Let's start with Alan.
Yeah, my favorite thing about the game is not the game itself; it's the community. And
About to say that. You stole my answer.
As cliche as it sounds, as corny as it sounds, it's absolutely the truth from my end. Because the very first friend I made in Destiny was Ikwege. That was 6 years ago, five and a half years ago.
Okay.
And my friend list kind of grew from there. I made real connections with people. This community has got me through some fucking hard times. Like, I'm 5 years clean and 2 years sober.
That's
some
awesome.
of my darkest times was with the.
Hold on.
Was able to make it through it.
Chat, can I get a wall of emotes to support Alan getting sober and clean 5 years? Like, let's show some love to this man.
Ooh.
That's huge. That's so huge. Like, that's taking care of your health and a video game.
Not easy.
Like, that's not easy. So let's spam some emotes. Fill up that wall. I want to see it for Alan. All right, you can keep going while these emotes are flying in.
Yeah, like, and for the and for good or for bad, I was able to put all that addiction into that focus into the game, and there were people in the community who helped me push past it, helped me push through it. And for me, it's not the game itself that makes it special. It's the people that make it special. Like, it might sound corny, bro. Like, it's my truth.
No, it makes 100% like sense. Like, there's people that I met at the very beginning of D1, like Caleb. I mean, Bobby knows Luja. He's one of them. I've known him since freaking Destiny 1, and still hang out with him, to this day.
Yep.
So it's definitely just like, it's been a cool game to like hang out with people in.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Memories and relationships. Like, I still remember my first time running through Vault of Glass. It's just crazy. Just the weird little things. They've done a really good job of making stuff in the game memorable.
They have. I 100% agree with that. That's the same answer for everybody. Is the community that this has built, the friendships that have been made. Like, one of my original clan members back in the day, Jax. You'll see him floating in and out of here. He had a knee surgery, and I was down for 12, 16 weeks, and we ended up just doing LFGs for raids back to back to back to back to back. And now he's an aspiring tattoo artist and I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Japanese term of irezumi, but it's traditional irezumi. It's traditional Japanese tattoos.
That's cool.
He's an irezumi artist, so he is designing my entire back piece, and I never would have met him if it wasn't for this game.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
super cool.
Which is a cool thing. And I mean, like, I've seen friends come and go out of here, and we've jumped on other games together, and but overall, I mean, I know I stream for the people to hang out with and chat. Like, if I just wanted to play the game, I would never turn the cam on. I would never turn the stream on. I'm not doing it to hit clips. I'm not doing it to, be that guy that's like, look how awesome I am. I do it because I enjoy chatting with people. What is your guys' motivation for streaming? Let's start with Halo this time.
Okay. I would say mine's kind of similar to that. It's just like, I like getting to interact with people. I'm very like social and like to get to talk to people, and especially now more so than when it was a couple months ago. You don't really see that many people just because of quarantine and all that. So this is a very nice outlet to get to interact with other people and feel like I'm doing something social, even though I'm playing games for people to watch. But yeah, so I think that's one of the biggest things for me. I mean, also it's I'm not gonna lie, it's a nice like financial thing. It's not the reason that I stream, but it's an added bonus.
That's I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Alan, you're up. What you got?
I don't know. I think most people who know me already know this story. So when I started, I was doing 16-hour streams, 18 hours, long ass streams. I was only doing recovs and carries for flawless, legend comp, whatever. My numbers were fucking through the roof. You know, like it was crazy, crazy amount of growth, and I just stopped doing it one day because it didn't feel right to me. Because I was in the path of figuring myself out. You know, every streamer has this journey that they have to take. They start with service streaming if they're capable of doing it or whatever, or they have teams that are capable to help them to do it or whatever, right? And then I went through the path, and we did like a lot of stuff, and then I stopped completely. I'm a very needy person, right? So I wanted my community to be a very specific way. I wanted not only me to be able to talk to them, but I wanted all of them to be able to talk to each other, recognize each other, no matter which part of the Destiny community they went to. There's multiple sub communities to sub communities, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
I wanted them to be able to make a connection, so I stopped all the servicing. I just started doing like community streams, like just literally talking, laughing, playing. I mean, I am a full-time streamer. You know, the money I get from this is how I make my regular shit or whatever. I had a heavy paying job that I quit over a year ago, so I have a lot of savings that goes for my dad's medication and shit. So what I make from stream is what keeps me going, type of shit. You know, other expenses and shit.
Right.
So even though money is not the motive, uh, it helps, and I'm not gonna compromise on my vision for how I want my community to grow just because I want to make money. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Does that make
absolutely.
sense?
So how do you
Yeah.
feel when you stop doing service streams? How do you feel?
It hurt. It
affected
hurt
you?
for me. It hurt for a different reason. Because there were like a bunch of people fucking, yo, bro, I got you, bro. You this, oh, bro. You're the, you know.
Yep.
I'm a person that takes people at their word. You know this.
Mhm.
People who are close to me know this. Like it, I speak from my heart. I don't speak from my head. I don't go reaching for clothes. None of that shit. I'm not cut like that. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. I've said this multiple times. I don't care. I'm not about numbers. I always say this: don't treat people like numbers because they're not. They all have emotions and shit. I have emotions too. So when these people all of a sudden stop coming, I realized that they were not coming for me. They were coming because they needed the help, which is fine. It's cool. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're coming only for the help, then then I'm not able to reach my vision over to you. You're not getting my message. My message is not getting through to you. You know.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I want an audience where they understand my vision, my dream for how I want to build a community, and they're on the same page. If they're not on the same page, that's cool. There's like a million other streamers who are very dedicated, like Rise Up Boys and fucking T Show Boys, all fucking dope ass players who can do the same thing or even better, right?
Right.
And I'm always watching for my boys. Like there's not a day where you catch me fucking saying, and I could do this, I could do that. I just choose not to do this and do this. I'm better than him. I don't have any of that energy. There's no fucking ego with me, zero ego. I don't give a shit. If I say I love you, I mean it, and I'll take it forever like that. And it is what it is, I want to build in a certain way, and I don't know, for some reason it's working. It's working.
Absolutely. All right, Halozenic, you still do
Yes.
service streams. How
I do.
How do you feel about them? And then I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. Like, are you still enjoying your service streams? Be honest here. This is an open
No,
space.
yeah. So it definitely has its ups and downs. Service streams where it's like a lot of pressure at some point. Someone comes in the chat and they're relying to get something, and that's totally fine with me. And I'm just kind of like geared to where like I want to help get what if it's not forgotten or first flawless or whatever. I like helping people do that because it's honestly I'm like point in the game where it's like the only thing that I really play is PvP, and so if I'm going to be playing this activity, why not, help someone who might not have the fire team or necessarily skill, I guess, to do these activities. If I'm going to be doing them already, might as well just grab someone that helps them out as well. So it definitely has its ups. The ups is feeling good of listening to someone freak out over their first flawless card, and like the excitement that they get from opening that chest in front of Save 14. That's definitely a great feeling. But then there's also the downside of that, and people who have watched my streams and seen them. The nights that I'm off, where I'm like not hitting, we match teams who are just cracked out of their mind, thousands of hours in the game,
Yep.
and it's it does take a toll on you. Like you spend 3 hours maybe on a stream with the same person, and you get like maybe one game off the lighthouse, you can't get it. So it definitely takes a toll on your mental there, and you just kind of have to step back and recenter and be like, you know what? At the end of the day, just a game. It's nothing to actually get super upset about, and I think having that mindset as I've streamed and gotten more experience with the service stream definitely helped a lot. It's just, at the end of the stream, it happens. Okay, oh, that's awesome. I'm really glad I could help it. If it doesn't happen, then you know what? Who cares?
No, no,
Absolutely.
100%. I love that.
I wanna add something to that. So in the last 3 seasons, I have over 300 recubs to a legend. I have like 280 recubs to flawless and 30 carries. The last 3 seasons alone. And I don't know, bro. See, for me, I do for free because EK showed me an act of kindness like 5.5 years ago. When I don't know, 5 years ago, King's Fall Raid came out. Nobody wanted fucking an Indian dude in their fucking fire team who didn't have weapons and shit,
Yep.
And that's the day I decided I will never. I've been offered a lot of money to do it too. I've been offered up to $600 for Unbroken title and shit, and it just if the people who said that they were gonna when they said that they were staying because they wanted to chill with me, I would have probably continued doing it.
Yep. Yep.
I wouldn't have mind I don't mind the stress. Like 18 hours every day, 16 hours every day is not a big deal. Like I game a lot, the pressure really doesn't get to me. It's the bond. It fucks with me. I'm too needy, bro.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
It's. I
You don't want to
I
feel
grew
like
up-
people are coming into your chat just to, I guess, use that, I guess, or take advantage of that.
Yep.
Yeah,
You want
makes
people
sense.
there to build a
Makes sense, yeah.
yeah. Like
build a bond.
when they say, "Yo, bro, Alan," I just want to have that conversation. I just want to have conversations. I just want to know if somebody comes into my chat. I want to know, oh shit, this is that guy. Yo, he went to work. Yo, he probably came back home tired. Yo, let me fucking make it better or whatever. If he's fucking, if he's having a bad day, and that person feeling the same way, or maybe he's struggling through this card. How can I make it better? Should I say something or do I do something to make it better? That is what I want. I don't want to say extra additional. Whoever wants it, they can have it. You know,
100%.
I'm different.
I get that.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I love helping, but it's just making me lose a part of myself that I don't want to lose, and I'm unwilling to compromise.
And that's kind of what I found too. Last couple seasons, I was doing recubs, I was doing carries every single day. Not even carries, help, single help, double help, pretty much every day. And I was holding 30, 40 people in stream, constant, and then it was just burned out. I felt their pain when we didn't hit the lighthouse. I felt their pain when we didn't hit our legend.
Oh yeah.
And it sucked. And I felt bad that like when people would jump in a chat and they're like, "Hey, can you help me right as I'm getting off?" Well, I guess I'm gonna extend it a
You
little
would
bit
stay
longer.
up.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna stretch this out a little bit longer.
Why
And
would you do that?
I
That feeling right
still,
there.
I still work a full-time job, like, and my hours are, I play till midnight, 1 a.m. at the latest. But if I have somebody jump in my chat at 11:40 and they're like, "Hey, I've never been to the lighthouse," well, let's go. And then I'll end up, staying up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then having to go to work at 6. And it was just, over time, I felt draining on it, and I stopped doing as much of the help streams. I stopped, I'll still do my trials help for the 7 wins, stuff like that. But I'm not promising flawless anymore. I'm not promising legend. Like, I'll help if I can, as far as we can get in the time that we got. And I watched my numbers drop immensely, which sucks because I didn't do it for the numbers of the people watching. I did it for the chat being active, the communication, the bond between people talking to each other in chat, where I don't, I'll look over at chat and I'm like, what are you talking to me? No, you're talking to each other, like that.
Well, fuck
That's
me then, I
that
guess.
community. No, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, include me.
It's those
You're
fucking
here.
moments. Yeah.
You're here. Include me a little bit, but I'm just playing. I love seeing the cross communities that are being built within my community. We have someone new that jumps in chat. They get highs, they get welcomes, they get the love and support of somebody that's been here forever. That I would rather have, and I say this all the time, I would rather have 500 followers and 10 people watching than have 50,000 followers and 5 people watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the people that are here when I'm not doing the carries anymore, when I'm not doing the help, when I'm not, and they're just here to vibe, like, it feels like so much more of a home. I don't feel like I'm serving people. I feel like I'm providing a safe space that everybody can hang out and talk and chat and be comfortable.
Yeah. Now I'll put it in plain words. It feels like they care more about me than the help that they're getting.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I want that. I want that. I was averaging 150 every day when I was doing that shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same idea though. You were averaging those kind of numbers, but
Like,
they didn't feel valued. Like, it didn't feel valued at all, in my opinion, anyway.
yeah.
All right, let's move on.
And guess what? I'm not worried about numbers that's been lost. I'm sad about the people that I lost. Like, whenever I'm doing trials, I don't know where they show up, thinking that there's a service stream going on.
Yep.
When they ask for help, I feel bad saying no.
Absolutely. Same.
You know what I did? I put a fucking channel point and said fucking 50,000 points to redeem a flawless. The people who are there showing up every day can redeem it if they can, because it's fucking big amount.
Yep. Exactly. All right, let's move on. Take off with Halozenic first. If Destiny was never a thing, which game do you think you would have latched onto and stuck with for this?
Oh, Halo all the way, easy. I even go back to it like when I'm feeling a little burnt out on Destiny, and I've dumped. So I think I've probably played more Halo than Destiny, to be honest. That was my first game ever on Xbox. It was Halo Reach. Played that like all the time with some of my buddies. And then Halo 5 or no 4 and 5, that's what it was. Halo 4 or 5, bought both of those, played a ton with that, like a bunch of coworkers and stuff back when I was in high school. And so yeah, I would definitely say that if Destiny had been around, I would have just stuck on Halo, because I was playing Reach when Destiny 1 got announced. Actually no, I was playing Call of Duty Ghosts. Never mind. So I definitely feel like I probably would have mained Halo and continued to play Halo if Destiny wasn't around, or Destiny in general.
Absolutely. Halo was an incredible franchise. I'm really excited to see how the next one goes.
I cried when they delayed it.
Right.
I was like, no, oh my god.
I'm pretty excited to see how 343 pulls it out. Alan, same question. What you got? What would you play if Destiny was never a thing?
how to play the Counter-Strike.
Okay. Did you play Counter-Strike before?
Of course.
I
I'm
didn't
from
know if it
India.
was just-
Like that's
that's
one of
true.
the biggest games here.
That's true. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. I'm so blessed, dude. I'm so glad this game is around.
Mm-hmm. 100% agree. Yeah, it's a tough one. I think, crazy enough, I really enjoy RPGs. I enjoy like the MMO RPGs or like even just the RPGs themselves. Like the Final Fantasies still are in my top games of all time. Like I loved the stories, I loved the imagery, I loved the character development that you build within those each one of those steps, you know, each one of those different levels of Final Fantasy. Those were my go-tos for a very, very long time. And I bounced between Final Fantasy X and Halo. So when I wasn't doing, you know, Halo tournaments or practicing or anything like that, I was playing Final Fantasy. That was my comfort zone where I could just sit down for a couple hours and just lose time.
Oh yeah.
Just lose time, try and get all the extra stuff, trying to play it back over again and see what I missed.
Dude, I used to be like an achievement grinder. I would be like, all right, I'm gonna 100% this game, and I would sit down and just like do all the ridiculous like achievements that that Halo would have.
Yep.
Oh my god.
The skulls.
Love that. The skulls, yes, like lassoing the campaign. Oh my god.
Yep.
So much fun. So much rage.
Mm-hmm. So what is your when Halo comes out? What's your plan? Are you gonna go in, play it normal mode, run it back in legendary?
I'm going full beans, man. I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run it at the hardest
Blind
difficulty
legendary.
I can.
Let's go.
Blind legendary, yes sir.
That's the only way to do it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Alan,
that's
have you
the
looked at
experience.
have you thrown into looking at Halo? Thinking about it?
There's way too many games that's coming that has my attention. I don't think I'll be playing Halo. I think Cyberpunk will kind of take all of my time.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
Apart
Cyberpunk.
from Destiny.
Okay. You think you can't stream Cyberpunk though?
Why not?
Because
Why not?
Twitch already came out and said that there are many very graphic sex scenes.
Oh, so TOS. Oof.
Which is beyond Twitch's TOS. Yeah. So Cyberpunk said, you know, the creators of Cyberpunk said you're not going to be able to stream this because of that reason.
Damn.
And yeah, there was a huge uproar about it too. But they refused to change their game because it's their vision.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get it, but I think they're going to lose a lot of the viewability and a lot of the advertisement that they get from streamers.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, let's look at like things like Fall Guys or Among Us. Like if there weren't streamers that were, you know, promoting the shit out of it and showing how much fun it is with thousands of people watching, I don't think those games ever would have taken off. Really
yeah.
don't.
I mean, it's like free marketing, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I wish the fucking music industry saw it like that.
That's what's crazy about the music too. I still just, it baffles me. You know, the companies are like, well, they're not paying us. Well, we're paying every time we play it. Like,
Yeah.
You know, everyone's got a subscription to something at this point.
Yep.
We're paying every single time we play because nobody wants to listen to ads. We're all, you know, we're all spoiled at this point. Let's be real.
Yeah, like make a fucking subscription or some shit. Like, let's fucking get some subscription money out of it. Allow us to fucking listen to music. Fuck.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. I do. It sucks, man. I know, Alan, you didn't change your playlist at all. You just went,
I won't.
I'm going for it.
Okay.
Here we go. David, I know you changed yours up for a bit and then you changed it back, and I think you changed it again to MonsterCast, right?
Yeah, so I mean, you're talking about like the whole DMC issue, right?
Yep, the DMCA.
Yeah. So I mean, I still play stuff that's copyrighted. I am just like, whatever. If I for some reason get an email, I will literally manually go through and delete the stream. They're like, oh, we can't have these up. So, and I'm pretty small. I'm like less than 1,000 followers right now, so I'm really not too concerned about it. If for some reason they go back and start pinging a bunch of my streams, then I'll deal with it then.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm pretty small too, bro. Like, and my music taste is like, I'm a hardcore hip hop head. I can't be
Mhm.
listening to things that I don't really enjoy. Like, it's
Yeah, no, and I was when I would say when before trials came out, I was pretty much like listening to all these like playlists on YouTube where it was just like copyright free music. It was literally just like like beats and stuff like that. And after hearing the same beat for like 40 streams, you're just like I can't. I'm gonna go insane. Like my videos aren't getting copyrighted, but like oh my god, it's
You
just
can't
like
vibe to it. You can't
oh
bounce.
my
think
god.
about
And then I noticed like I would put on like Grant or like I listen to like a bunch of like electronic style music or like and stuff like that, and I would put on something that like I vibe to off stream, and then I was like, oh, I'm playing better. Oh, I'm having like a good time. Like oh my god, like it's just crazy. It's crazy how like music affects my gameplay and my mood.
yeah. When I listen to M or J Cole, I feel like a god, and I listen to these non-copyright music. I feel like my soul's dead inside.
Oh, I know. I'm like, this is just the worst.
And
I'm
then I
internally
watch
crying.
then I watch people on Twitter be like, "Oh, this playlist is so good. It's non-copyright." I'm like, "No, it's not."
I know.
No.
I wore out Bobby's playlist that he sent to me. He sent me the it was that
It
can't
was like
remember
6
what it was.
hours, 7
Yeah,
hours.
it was 6 hours, and I had it on repeat for the longest amount of time, and I was just like, all right, I gotta play my own music now. Like I can't keep hearing these same songs over and over and over.
Yep, exactly. And that's kind of where I'm sitting, for the sake of the Scrim School, so that we can post this on YouTube and not get copyrighted over it. I've got like a lo-fi hip hop playing in the
Yeah,
background,
yeah,
but it only works because we are consistently talking.
pretty much.
We're
Yep.
not playing. We're not focused on gameplay. We're not, trying to get ourselves hyped up. It's just
Oh, exactly. It's just like chill. It's just
yeah, we're
background noise.
smelling. It's exactly. But I mean, I really hope that they figure that out at some point. That either they provide a allowance for Twitch gamers to play songs or what have you. Hey, JM, have a great night, homie. Whatever. I hope that they figure out a way to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's just gonna hurt us all in the long run. But let's we just hit the hour mark. Chat, do you have any questions for these two fine gentlemen here? Any questions at all? Anything?
I'll let the questions come through. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real fast. I've been holding
Yep.
it for the past hour. I'll be right back.
We're moving into that next inspirational. Uni teaching, stop it. We're definitely going to pull some people in from chat, whether it's people that need to learn scrims and want to learn how, or if there's no one that wants to learn, we're going to go straight into high levels and we'll play, and chat can watch call outs. They can see play styles. Why is Alan so dang handsome? That is a great question. Alan, Fallout says, why are you so dang handsome?
It's not me, bro. It's your eyes, bro. You're looking at me like that.
You're looking at me like that. Yeah, absolutely. Alan is he's a gorgeous dude. Chat, any other questions? What do we got? I definitely this is an open forum. Ask your questions. What do you guys want to know more about the creators that we have here? How tall is everyone?
6'2", baby.
Okay.
Same.
6'2". I'm the short one in here? What?
Got him.
Wow, I'm 6'1". Let's go, boys. That's weird. I don't think I've ever felt that before.
Inspirational. I'm 9'3".
Nova
Shaquille O'Neal.
Nova says, question for Alan, because I actually don't know this. When did you start streaming and what was your first experience like? Ooh, good question.
I started 6 months ago. And my first experience was fucking mind-blowing.
It's fair.
Oh my god, bro. Why are you making me talk about my stream? and it's... I started 6 months ago. It was phenomenal. I just fell in love with all the people there. There was a lot of people that stayed, a lot of people that left. people that I expected to be around for the entire journey are not there anymore. And
Is
then
that when
there's
you were
new
doing
people.
service streams 6 months ago?
Yeah, but yeah, when I was doing service streams,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just great. It was just great. And I don't know, the second month, literally second month, I hit 1,200 subs,
Oof.
and it was dumb. It was dumb. It was dumb. In 6 months, my community did a whole lot of shit for me. We went from fucking 10 followers to 3,000 on Twitch.
That's
We went
nutty.
from fucking 100 on Twitter to fucking 1,800. We got Bungie community focus. We got 2 partnerships.
What
We
would
got
you
2
say
Steam
was
teams.
your what would you say do you feel is your standout for what your growth was? Because I mean everybody's story is different, obviously,
Yeah.
on their growth. But like, say if somebody is just getting into streaming, what would be your recommendation for them just getting into it?
No matter what your reason is, stay true to it. No matter what your reason is. You want to do this for money? Be open about it. You care about the community? Be open about it. You want to build a community purely for yourself? Be open about it. Be genuine, dude. There's a lot of fucking virtue signaling people out there who say this is right, this is wrong. They have this norm in their head that you need to fit into for them to consider you a good guy. Fuck them.
Love it.
Just do your own thing. Just be genuine, dude. People will see that you're real. People will notice that you're real. Just stay true to yourself. You don't need to please anybody. Just be kind. You know, don't be a dickhead to people. Don't be judgmental. Just be genuine and be kind and be authentic. That's all. Literally, that's all.
Yep.
People will find you. They'll fall in love with you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, Halo,
Definitely.
yours. What? Because I mean, you came from YouTube, and you had
Yep.
a solid following.
Yep. I mean,
And
I was pulling probably, I would say like 50 per stream, and dropped down to, I would say I average about like between 20 and 30 now. Just depends.
mhm.
So it's definitely tough. I think like it was the first couple weeks of streaming on Twitch for me were pretty rough because I was, I had like an expectation. I already had a standard pretty much preset. Kind of like how Alan said, he switched from service streaming over to doing his own thing, trying to grow that community, and saw the viewer count drop. That's kind of what I experienced as well on Twitch. But it's honestly made me so much happier being over here, and just like it's so much easier streaming over here. And I feel like the discoverability is better, and just the people over here as well are super awesome and welcoming. I mean, like you, Bobby, and like multiple other people have all shared their communities with me, which has been amazing, and I'm thankful for that. And but I mean, yeah, it's been a really good experience overall.
That's awesome. What would you?
Mhm.
Last question before we switch over to the practical portion of this. What would your advice be to someone new getting into streaming or just starting out? What would your focus be? What should they focus on? Hardware? Should they focus on gameplay? Should they focus on chat?
Yeah, as for yourself, I would say really focus on chat. No one wants to hang out in a stream, and this is true for me, where you are trying to interact with a person who's playing and they either brush over your chat, or like, I know it's sometimes gameplay gets kind of busy, especially if you're doing like trials or comp or something, and you miss messages. But I mean, if you're starting out and you're averaging maybe 5 viewers, they're there and they're investing their time and their energy and focus on you. And so I think it's just as courteous, it's just courtesy to interact with them, and just ask them how their day is, and have those conversations, because no one wants to interact, or no one's going to support you. I mean, to be honest, if you don't have that interaction with them, and if you don't invest back into them, because they're investing their time into you. And I would say from a personal standpoint, be patient. It's very hard, and I say this from personal experience, being in this kind of like streaming thing, where it's like, oh yeah, you started streaming after me, or like we stream the same stuff, but you're pulling more viewers or pulling more. It's like the comparison game. Oh my god, someone just died.
Yeah,
Someone
nah,
literally just died.
That was Alan's his rage point of I've been in this dream
Nah,
where we went through this rage, and it's
it's
run with it.
basically whenever there's a wedding or any celebration or a death, there's fireworks here.
That's amazing. But yeah, like I was saying, don't get in the comparison game, because you're gonna be disappointed, and you're gonna have your expectations let down. And just focus on you, focus on growing your community, and supporting others that are growing their community next to you, and don't get jealous, or don't have any of that crap going on when you're interacting with
Yeah,
other
yo,
streamers
I
who are
gotta say this.
community, because I did that so bad, and it just led to me being extremely unhappy when I first started streaming, just comparing my numbers to other people's numbers. And I was like, well, I have the same followers as them, but they're pulling like 30 more viewers than me per stream. Am I doing something wrong? And then it leads to self-doubt and all that, and
Yeah.
you don't want to get in that. You don't want to get in that pattern.
I love Halo.
Love you, Alan.
Oh shit, I love you. You're fucking crazy. Literally, fully the words out of my mouth. Yo, something about the. I want to add to small things that he said. Like, I mean, there's big things that he said. I want to add some small things to it. This comparison game, it leads to fucking ego. It leads to fucking competition.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, nobody is your competition except yourself. Like,
Yep.
literally.
Yep.
Like,
Self-improvement, man.
Yeah, like you have to grow as an individual for you to acknowledge everybody else's growth as well. Like
just rolled straight through it. Let it time like.
yeah, like it's the Rise Up boys, T-Show boys. They show me a hell of love. They don't need to.
We do it because you're a good person. Like that's at the end of the day, that's what it is.
Yeah, but it also speaks for
show love back.
It speaks for character. It speaks for character, not just like. I don't have to say any of this. You already know how I feel. Whether you fucking you're there for me or not, I'm gonna be there. Like there's this. I love y'all. I love all the boys in there. I think they're so underrated. I think they're so slept on, and by blessing or some shit, there's this spotlight on me. I won't let it go to waste. I promise. I won't do. I won't fucking do y'all wrong.
Alan, I just gotta say, I just watched you get solo slammed on the VOD by FaZe E-Girl Extra Uwu.
I got shit on by Amanda today.
Solo slammed by an E-Girl Uwu as well.
Last question for everybody, and then I swear we will get into the actual gameplay. Watch these guys at work getting down. Coffee Porky says, what would a dream sponsor be for each of you, even if it isn't gaming related or a sponsorship you don't see too often on Twitch?
Dude, Bang! I would love to get sponsored by Bang. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we had that literally Bang Halo 2020.
Bang Halo 2020, man. Make it happen. But dude, that I literally drink one of their products like almost every time I stream, and so that would be a really cool sponsor. I've been wanting that one for a while.
That would be a cool sponsorship.
I don't know what the requirements are, and I haven't looked into it, but that would be such a cool sponsorship.
We should look for a Rise Up Bang sponsorship. That might be pretty.
Do it.
I'm bookmarking that one. I might actually
bookmark it.
I'm bookmarking it. We're gonna run on that one. Alan.
Yes.
What would you if you could be sponsored by anyone, what would it be?
AMD sponsorship.
You hurt my heart, and we can talk about that later.
AMD is gonna literally take over the market.
Okay. You think AMD is gonna pop off more than Intel?
No, I know. Not
okay.
The Ryzen 9 3950X will literally shit on any processor you can put up against this. Literally shit on. Like not even.
Its multiprocessing is it's beyond anything else.
And I have a Ryzen 9 3900X. So.
Gotcha. That is a hard question, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think
there's way too many.
There's way too many.
Of course it is. Oh my god.
I think. Man, I don't even know. That's a tough one. See, mine is when I look at sponsorships, I'm not looking at them for me. I'm looking at them for the org. As one of the founders, any sponsorship that I pick, I want it to be one that benefits everybody. So. Give me like a Portasub sponsorship. That'd be dope. Let's be real. Like, a Portasub sponsorship. Why the hell not? Like,
what's that? Portasub?
Portasubs, like the sandwich place.
Okay.
Like,
I was like,
if we could get all the org members like at 50% off every time they go to Portasubs, that's.
Oh my god, or Chipotle. I would love
Chipotle.
I just had Chipotle today. I eat there religiously.
fucking
like a
foodies,
Chipotle
man.
sponsorship, you know, something along those lines, or like
Oh my
I'd
god.
love to get something from like
Oh,
Power
hey,
GPU.
Bobby.
I'd love to partner up with Power GPU. Let's be real.
That'd be
Power
awesome.
GPU or Evolve, like if we could get a sponsorship for those for the org, like
Mhm.
that would be so huge, you know, not just for the growth of the org, but for how many people that we touch every day, you know.
Snap Maverick, those burrito bowls are where it's at, man. They're
Those
the
burrito
shit.
bowls
Yo,
are
all I'm
so
saying is
good.
Dr. Lupo has Intel, bro. We need one for AMD.
That's true. That's true. I would love to see that, and I'd love to see an Nvidia sponsorship someday.
Pretty
That'd be pretty cool too.
We got the plug there too.
like let me test some shit out one day.
Yeah.
But so we got on questions. If you guys want to type some more questions in chat while we're switching over to gameplay, go ahead and type. Halo and Alan are both in chat. Feel free to ask your questions. We are going to switch over to gameplay. Let's get it popping. Thank you guys.
Yo,
Oh wait. Before we do that though, before I forget,
yeah.
Halo, Alan,
Yes.
spam your socials. Where can they find you guys? Where
Oh
can
yeah,
everyone find you?
yeah.
Like,
Let me make it happen. Let me grab yoink my Twitch link real
yep.
fast.
Post that Twitch link, post that Twitter, post that OnlyFans, whatever you got. Spam it in chat.
Ooh.
I need you to go support these two gentlemen that came on the stream today. Let's show them some love back. They've answered questions. They've hung out. They've opened their heart up to you guys. Let's return the favor.
Well, thank you, Bobby. Thanks for having us. It's been awesome.
Oh yeah,
Really fun.
absolutely. All right, let's switch over to the BRB. You'll be able to talk still, and if anybody in chat has questions, ask your questions. Let's go.
All right. Are you